Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what I learned about driving in Costa Rica. So I recently took a trip where I was actually able to experience what are the roads like and actually driving in the country of Costa Rica itself. And I was able to interact with a lot of different drivers, from truck drivers, bus drivers, and normal everyday drivers, and I got to see exactly what everything's going on. Now if you don't know where Costa Rica is located in Central America. And this is a map for you people who do not know their biology. Now before you stop putting comments below and saying, John, it's not biology, it's geography. I know, I'm joking with you. Lighten up a little bit and let's get right into the lesson. So one of the crazy things about driving in this country, in the country of Costa Rica I should say, is that all the roads are super windy. So in the US we kind of said, hey, this is where the road's gonna go and we're gonna go straight through it, doesn't matter what comes in our way. Costa Rica, they're like, hey, we're just gonna make the road go around whatever obstacles that we have. So instead of cutting through the mountain or the hills, they actually go around with the mountain or the hills, which means if you get car sick, you probably should not be going to Costa Rica. If you do, maybe you should be flying or getting a helicopter, going wherever you wanna go. The other cool thing about it was the hills. So in Costa Rica there is a lot of stick shift vehicles, like a lot of other countries besides the US. So we actually were able to drive stick shift vehicles, and I rented a car for 2 days to kind of travel around. And one of the crazy parts there are the hills there. So there was dirt roads all over the place, right? And there was a lot of hills. So it was a reminder for me and an inspiration for this video, and saying, yes, I was in a car, but when it comes to driving a tractor trailer on a hill, it's the same exact thing no matter what country that you're in. So my friend was actually driving at first, and when they were going up the hill, they were saying, hey, I'm in fourth, what should I do? I said downshift, because we're losing power on the RPMs. And then all of a sudden, we stalled. And then we were in the middle of the hill, and the person tried to start the car again and get going, and all of a sudden, stalled. So what happened? Hey John, you own a driving school, right? You get in the front seat. So then, of course, I get in the front seat, we switch seats, the car's okay, I try the first time and stall. We're right in the middle, the car is literally looking like this, so I'd make a decision, I say, okay, let's put it in neutral, we roll the car all the way back down the hill, and then I put that puppy in first gear, had enough speed to go up, and I was revving that sucker all the way up that hill because that's the only way it was gonna go. So don't be afraid to go slow up the hill if you're driving a stick shift, because the lower gear that you're in, that means the more power, it just means less speed. But if you want to get to where you want to go, especially in that country, you definitely want to watch out for that. So if you're driving a tractor trailer in Costa Rica or here, make sure that you're choosing the right speed before you start climbing those huge hills, because yes, you do have a lot of power, but gravity is also pushing you down as well, and the fact that it was a dirt hill wasn't helping out at all. Now, by the time we got to the top of the hill, now these are two-way roads, but usually I had enough space for one vehicle at a time. So as I was going to the top of the hill, I had no idea if a vehicle was coming. So a safety precaution that you can use no matter where you are is start honking the horn as you're going up the hill. In case a vehicle is coming down, they can now watch out for you and make sure that they start to slow down. One of the most fascinating parts about the roads in Costa Rica is, here if there's a river going through it, what do? We usually make a bridge going over the river. In Costa Rica, they don't believe in bridges, I guess, or they want to save money. So all they did was they lifted up the road enough so the water from the river can still pass over the road. They just made it concrete, so you're actually driving on the road with water from the river going through it. Some people, the locals were actually telling me that that's how they actually do their car washes. Well, they'll drive onto the road where the river passes through, and all of a sudden they start taking buckets and washing their cars right in the river right there. Kind of crazy, but hey, I mean, I was even talking to this one guy, he didn't have a license, but he still washed his car twice a week in the river. That's how much they really care about their vehicles there. So that is about going uphill. Same thing with going downhill. You want to make sure that, especially when you're in a super steep hill, you want to make sure that you're in lower gear, so then you can use the braking effects of the engine, and that's going to help you out whether you're in Costa Rica, whether you're in the US, or wherever it is. Now, as I was interacting with different truck drivers there and different bus drivers, I realized that all the trucks that they were driving were all older trucks that started off in the US. So the way it works is the US kind of uses up the trucks, and then once they get older, they start shipping them down south to Mexico and below, and then that's where usually these trucks are. So these trucks look exactly the same like our old trucks did back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Instead of the new age, instead of the trucks in Europe that you see here, which is a lot of flat nose vehicles, right? So in South America and Central America, they still use a lot of the American trucks, which is pretty cool to see. The other thing that was very interesting was their licenses itself. So they actually have a separate license for each type of vehicle that they have to drive. So I was talking to the bus driver, and the bus driver had like 4 different licenses. One license he used for a car, other one was for like a motorcycle, the other one was for the bus, and the other one I forget what it was for. So they have to walk around with the stack of plastic like this, which is kind of crazy. Here in the States, when you do get your CDL license or you add an endorsement or whatever it is, you only walk around with one license, which makes it a lot easier for you to walk around with more money in your pocket. And the only way to get more money in your pocket is if you get yourself a skill that you need to make sure that you become more valuable, which is learn how to drive a tractor trailer. So whether you're in Costa Rica or whether you're in the United States of America, learning how to drive a tractor is a valuable skill nationwide and pretty much worldwide, because no matter what country you live in, tractor trailer drivers are the ones who make sure that normal everyday life can be sustained. What do I mean by that? Last time you went to the store, how do you think those products got to the store? Somebody got paid to transport those products to that store, right? So that's the side of the business that you want to be on. So if you do like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. But if you want to get yourself on the road to freedom, which means that you're able to save up and maybe take a trip to Costa Rica or wherever you want to go, and that is not your current reality now, and you're just learning about these places through places like YouTube, in that case, it might be time to start saving up and stacking up your bank, and the only way to do that is to invest in yourself. And here at Driving Academy, we help people every single day invest in themselves so they can get themselves to the next level. And how do you do that? By getting a CDL license. So once you get a CDL license, then you're going to be super valuable. Your money is going to go up. That means your ability to live is going to go up, and now you have options, which means now you're on your road to freedom. So if you are interested in learning more about how we can guarantee that you walk away with a CDL license, give us a call, 908-525-3609, or check out virtual school tour at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour, cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks. Have a fantastic day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.